Most developers kill their systems by choosing vertical scaling when they actually need horizontal distribution. You assume a bigger machine solves your bottleneck, but you are just waiting for a catastrophic crash. Today, we master the architecture of infinite growth. Is your website struggling under a sudden surge in traffic? You start with a single server, which has a fixed capacity defined by its hardware limits. You might try to fix this by upgrading that server to be more powerful. But why add more power if one just gets bigger? Eventually, that single machine will reach its limit and crash completely. Instead, you can use multiple nodes, which are individual servers working together. By spreading the load across several nodes, your total capacity becomes the number of nodes multiplied by the capacity of each one. Think of this like choosing between building one massive skyscraper, which we call vertical scaling, or building a neighborhood of houses, known as horizontal scaling. You have to decide, do you want one huge machine or many small ones? Why does my site crash? When you have one server, a sudden rush of requests quickly overwhelms it. Notice how the incoming traffic turns red as the system struggles to keep up. To handle this, you need a load balancer, a traffic controller that acts as a front door to your system. Instead of sending everyone to one place, it distributes requests across several servers, like server A, B, and C. This prevents any single point of failure. You manage the workload using a load ratio, which is just your total traffic volume divided by the number of active nodes. By spreading the work equally, you keep every server at a healthy 100 units. To measure performance, you look at average latency, calculated as the total response time over the number of requests. Lower latency means your users get their data faster. If one server becomes full, your balancer identifies the strain and intelligently reroutes new traffic to an empty server, ensuring your site stays fast and reliable. How do you store data for millions of people without your server crashing? Sometimes you simply have too much data to handle. Imagine your entire database is one big container holding all your information. When your traffic grows, that single database gets overwhelmed. Think of it like an encyclopedia on a single desk. If too many people try to look up information at the same time, they all crowd around that one spot and nothing gets done. This is where sharding comes in. Sharding is the process of splitting your data into smaller chunks and spreading them across multiple servers. Now, instead of one giant book, you have several specialized volumes. This makes it much faster for you to serve information. But what if one server fails? You use replication. Replication creates exact copies of your data on different machines, ensuring that if one goes down, you have backups ready. You can calculate your total read capacity by adding your primary source to the number of replicas you maintain. To know exactly where each piece of data belongs, you use a sharding key. This formula uses the modulo operator, represented by the %, to take your data hash and distribute it evenly across your available shards. Just remember to scale smart, not hard.